All right, Hogwash Heroes, grab your tissues because today's story is straight up magic. We're in Campton, New Hampshire, at a little elementary school where one 7-year-old changed everything. His name is Ben O'Reilly, first grader, deaf plus some other special needs. And here's the thing, he's the only deaf kid in the entire school district. No dedicated deaf school in the state, so Ben showed up every day basically able to talk to just one person, his aide, Cheryl Ulicny. Cheryl said it best. He didn't have relationships with his peers or teachers, for that matter. He was very alone, and he acted very alone. But then one of his classmates, a kid named Reid Spring, looked at Ben and decided, that's my friend. So Reid and a couple buddies started learning a few simple signs, just enough to say hi, ask to play, stuff like that. Reid told the camera, if he's your friend, you can play with him, and he's my friend. Kid logic at its finest. And here's where it gets beautiful. The rest of the class saw what Reid was doing and thought, we're doing this too. They all started learning sign language. Then it jumped grades. Teachers started taking classes after school. Pretty soon, nearly every student and every staff member at Campton Elementary knew at least basic signs, even using them when Ben wasn't even in the room. The whole school, for one kid. Cheryl watched it happen and said, you could just watch his world open up with communication. It was amazing. Ben's adoptive mom, Aide O'Reilly, got choked up just talking about it. She said, it's incredible. I could barely breathe, like it was just so overwhelming. And she noticed the exact moment it clicked for Ben. He finally understood that sign language had real value, that people wanted to talk to him. I'm getting goosebumps just telling you this. One little boy goes from invisible to seen, just because his friends refuse to leave him out. Reid even said later, it's fun communicating with Ben and playing with him. That's it. That's the whole story. A bunch of 7- and 8-year-olds decided inclusion wasn't extra credit, it was just what friends do. And the adults didn't shut it down or say, that's too hard. They jumped in and learned right alongside the kids. That's what makes this Hogwash hero gold. In a tiny New Hampshire town with no big budget or fancy program, they proved that kindness scales. One kid's idea turned into a whole community speaking the same language, literally. Imagine being Ben on the playground now. No more standing on the edge watching everyone else play. He's in the middle of it, signing, laughing, belonging. And every kid in that school is growing up knowing that when someone's different, you don't just tolerate it. You meet them where they are. That's the kind of world I want to live in. So to Reid Spring, to every kid and teacher at Campton Elementary, and especially to Ben, y'all are official Hogwash heroes. You reminded us that big change can start with the smallest sign. Folks, if you've got a story like this in your town, kids stepping up, schools showing up, send it my way. I want to put more heroes in the spotlight. Until next time, keep spreading the good stuff. And keep signing, keep smiling. I'll see you next episode. Dr. Hogwash, out.
Hogwash Heroes! From the bus stop, from the back row! Our hands and dishes, hearts on fire, everyday soul!